Hello and welcome to Mr. Davis's classroom. Today's lesson is Algebra 1, lesson 7.4, and this is 7.4 part 2, which is more multiplication properties of exponents. So we talked about some the previous lesson, now we're going to continue on it. All right, so right here we have an expression and we want to simplify that the best we can. Now it looks pretty complicated, but if we break it down into separate parts and do it piece by piece, it should be not so bad for us. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of the two exponents on the outside. So basically I want to do the distributive exponent property first. Okay. So the 2 is going to be times the 5, which is going to give me n to the 10th power. This 3 needs to go to all three pieces. See how we have a 4 and m and an n? So I'm going to have 4 to the 3rd power, m to the 3rd power, and n to the negative 6th power, right? Multiplication. Well, let's do 4 first. 4 to the 3rd power, I believe, is 64. M no longer has anything to combine with, so it's done. But we do have n and n, and that there is a multiplication there. So we have one base. Since it's multiplication, we're going to be adding the exponents, and 10 plus a negative 6 is a positive 4. So that is a simplified version of what was listed. All right, here's 3 for you to try. Please try these, and if you need help, refer to your notes. Okay, here is a word problem which talks about the kinetic energy in joules of an object with a mass and a velocity. So we are going to talk about an experimental jet, unmanned jet, with a mass of 1.3 times 10 to the 3rd kilograms, traveling at a speed of about 3.1 times 10 to the 3rd meters per second as a velocity. So what we need to do is we need to plug these in and then see if we can simplify anything. So we have 1/2 times my mass. Well, what was our mass? It was 1.3 times 10 to the 3rd power times my velocity squared. Well, my velocity is 3.1 times 10 to the 3rd squared. All right, and again, the first thing we want to do is get rid of that exponent out there. So I have 1/2 1.3 times 10 to the 3rd. That's going to be 3.1 squared times 10 to the 6th, right? Multiplication. All right, so let's just simplify the, oops, let me get 2 brackets in that. There we go. 1/2 1.3x to the times 10 to the 3rd. 3.1 squared is 9.61 times 10 to the 6th. Okay, now it comes time where we can split apart things into the a values or the numbers. So we have 1/2 times 1.3 times 9.61 times, and then I have my 2 bases with 10 to the 3rd and 10 to the 6th. Since we have 2 bases, we're multiplying. We're going to add the exponents together. When I multiply my 3 other pieces, I get 6.2465 times 10 to the 9th. Now, that is the answer. It's an appropriate standard scientific form. And this is talking about joules of energy. All right. Try this one. It's the same kinetic energy type of problem, so you're going to be using that same formula as the previous problem. All right, here's your homework. A friendly reminder that mid-chapter quiz is coming up next. All right. So make sure that you're prepared for your mid-chapter quiz. Thank you for visiting Mr. Davis's classroom. I hope you enjoyed.